Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have a very straight proposal, suggestion. How about we prosecute everyone who wants to infringe our freedom of speech? How about we alert the social media platforms of anyone who wants to infringe other people's freedom of speech? We have the other way around. Like if you say too much, you have people who will report the social media outlets or the authorities, you spoke too much. And somehow everybody is alerted by that. But there's nothing in return. Like for instance, let's say a senator or a member of the House trying to, come up with something that would infringe our freedom of speech, or trying to impose hate speech as being illegal. It's always infringing. How about we prosecute the people who want to infringe our speech? How about the reverse of the coin? I will tell you what triggered this, or at least which made my glass to go full and spill out. This little article right here. Ignore the subject. Don't have anything to do with the subject, but with people around the subject. So here it is. This is an article from BBC News. And ignore this. Okay, racial hatred post did not break X rules. Okay, not saying this. So all this is just to shame X, Twitter, that it did not act when someone alerted the platform. Right here. I think this person who alerted the platform should be prosecuted for trying to infringe other people's freedom of speech. An ex-user who did not want to be identified, of course not. You know why? Because they're always cowards. Described how they had, it's more than one, alerted the platform, snitched on, reported someone to the new deleted post, but had been rebuffed in an automated response. So someone felt the urge of defending us. Social, how do you call that? It's called somehow, and I can't forget, I can't remember how it's called. The duty, the social duty to report someone for something they perceived too much freedom of speech, you might hurt someone. Okay, you are hurting the freedom of speech, the principle, the notion, the value, which is protected by the US Constitution, by the way. But this is BBC. What do you expect? Here, I'm going to continue. They told the BBC, I am shocked and appalled. If they being X, can ignore this clear-cut breach of their alleged rules of conduct and go against UK law, there is clearly a grave problem with the supposed moderation process. Moderation process is censorship. So this person is shocked and appalled. All right, and this person or persons did not want to be identified, obviously, for obvious reasons. Why? They don't want to withstand to argue against someone. It's hard to use your brain. It's easy to report and hide as an anonymous reporter. I'm very alert. Alerted the platform. Okay, my point is this. How about someone alerted the platform of a person who tries to infringe on other people's freedom of speech? I'm not talking about the subject of that BBC article. In general. So let's say I make a video like this one right here. I am pretty sure there will be some cowards out there who would sanction it, will somehow try to alert YouTube that this is somehow promoting something, or it's fighting against that, or something like that. How about those people who alert, in the same time they're alerted by the media, or by the, in this case, platform, social media platform, social media platform immediately is alerted by a possible criminal who wants to infringe of our freedom of speech. Why don't we have this kind of reverse law against these guys? If you have someone who tries, let's say, to push a law that would infringe our freedom of speech, how about that person doesn't get prosecuted for trying to infringe on? Have you ever heard that? I have never heard of anyone being punished, prosecuted, charged with anything, trying to infringe our freedom of speech, the constitutional right of an individual. It's just, nice try. Thank you very much, as I would be. I dodged this one. Instead of saying, no, that tyrant over there should be punished, so everybody else will be will see it as an example and will not do it again. I propose these people to be investigated, prosecuted, and by the same rules they try to apply to the guys who want freedom of speech, be charged and maybe convicted. I don't know, banned, closed their channels, or whatever they have. Remember, I worked in investigations. In investigations, we received anonymous source reports. So some weasel will call, I would like to report anonymously. I don't want to give you my name. I don't want to give you anything. I just want to create someone's life as shitty as possible. I want to fuck him up. Usually a former girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse. There were many custody battles. Who pays whom? So they were reporting. Sometimes there were false allegations. That person was never convicted, not let alone convicted, charged with anything. Never. Even with the people would give their names and the phone numbers and all that as the information of the reporting source, the accused or the alleged perpetrator could not find out who that person was unless would go to court, go through a very hard, long process, have a judge order the institution to release the name of the reporting source in very special cases, not always. So that means I can fuck you up, but you will never know who did it, even though the allegations proved to be false. You know what they did in investigation? Next time when such a person came with kind of the same allegations regarding anonymous against the same alleged perpetrator, the centralized intake would just discard that. Maybe after a few attempts. So you will go investigate the same allegations for 3-4 times until the central intake would discard it. Say, come on, this seems to be like someone with ill intent. So you can try to harm someone, that will remain in that person's history. That allegation. That was proven, how do I put it? Not supported by evidence. The perpetrator is not guilty of anything. But you still have it in the history. So here the same thing with these guys. They will do it without any, because they feel like they have the duty, the social duty. It's not called social duty. It's called different. I can't remember the term right now. Because I'm so up with these imbeciles. I propose that. These guys should be taught not to think that way in trying to infringe. Have you heard of anybody being punished for that? Sometimes, under the U.S. Constitution, you have the right to face your accuser. Face to face. Somehow, you can't. In this case, the accusation, the allegation, the reporting source is covered. What's going on here? The same. This weasel is appalled and that person alerted the platform. The platform should have some little things over there where it says, if someone alerts in this kind of thing and they try to infringe our other people's right of freedom of speech, they should be immediately prosecuted. Charged maybe, and they will go see you to court. And obviously the lawyers and the judge will make a lot of money, as they already do because they write our laws, if you look at them. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.